Paul here again with TFO Tips, and we're here with Tina O'Banion, our fearless leader. Hi, Tina. How are you?
Hi, Paul. Doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I always have so much fun with this program. And today we're going to talk about something that's really fun. It's communicating with executives. But communicating, the executives need to communicate with the CFO. You've told me for as long as I've known you that there are at least 3 questions that every key executive should ask their CFO to understand how the company's working. What's probably top of mind on that list?
Well, I think one of the things that always comes to my mind is that most companies set a budget for the next year, and they set this budget, and a lot of times they just lose sight of that because things happen within the course of the year. So they set this budget, they're like, okay, then we're going to go towards that, and then something happens in between. So maybe you have to pivot and have to reassess your budget to what's actually going on, and you have to pay attention to that. So I strongly think that people should be looking at what their actuals are towards their budgets and see if you have to pivot along the way so that you can get to the ultimate goal, which might be your 30% profit margin for the year.
Okay, so now you got budgets. What about how the company is operating and how it works?
Yeah, I think you should always measure, your operations and making sure that it's fully efficient, making sure that you are doing everything that makes sense. I'll give you an example. If you have a process and there's a bottleneck, you've got to identify that bottleneck. Instead of just keep doing the workaround. There's a lot of tools out there, a lot of apps like inventory apps, or there's apps that can kind of feed right into your accounting software. And I would definitely look into having those solutions, the technology, to help with the flow of things in your operations to the accounting, or even vice versa. Making sure you've got some real good dashboards. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can implement that make information readily available. And I think it's important that you do that. So, just kind of continually monitoring your processes.
All right. And then, of course, obviously, that's 2 questions. The third one, what's this most important one, it sounds like? What's that third question?
Let's just say that, I think a lot of people a lot of managers focus on their profitability and their EBITDA line. And I just think of it this way: if your profits are your top of your sandwich and your EBITDA is your bottom of your sandwich, and this is what you're going for, there's all this stuff telling a story in the middle. It's your meat of your sandwich. It's what makes the sandwich good, So I think it's always important that you really understand the key drivers, not just put a budget out there, but also to measure it, to make sure that you're not going over. If you've got, if you lay off someone, or if someone relocates and you've got to hire someone that's a little bit more expensive than what you budgeted, it could be a lot more expensive. You've got to be able to understand what's going on in between that sandwich.
Oh, wow. Okay, so those are 3 important things. So measuring our budgets and versus the actuals, monitoring processes to know the health of the company, and then what's going on between profit and EBITDA. Well, wow, 3 really good things. Thank you very much, Tina, for that. And thanks very much to all of you. We look forward to having you find us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and of course, you can always find us at our website. Thanks again. Thanks, Tina. Appreciate it.
Bye.